Okay, moving on. I'll try to make this quick, but it is true that Paul Tinsley, he's here, and we were driving XKEs and Corvettes when we were in college. Margaret, the garage called. You can pick up the Yugo tomorrow morning. Paul's still driving them, though. I just want to tell you how we got here. We've been showing the property to some folks, and one night Steve Buckholter was here to work on the project. We put about $512,000 worth of improvements in the building. It's environmentally clean, so on. Paul's going to talk about that later. But then September of '08 came, and I think we all know what happened, and the economy pretty much ground to a halt. The banks weren't particularly interested in a restaurant at that time. But things have really come back. As we've talked about a fabulous Broadway series, it's just been great. So I want to talk a little bit about the three floors over there. In the bottom floor, we have a tenant, and it's the Improv Asylum. Those guys have been in Boston on Hanover Street for 13 years. The last 2 years, they've set records at the gate. They're not here tonight because they're at WCVB, Channel 5, signing a contract for a television show. Chet Harding is from Grafton. He knows the area well, and they've been on board, actually, for almost the whole 3 years. Mr. McGuirty's group brought them in, and this is where they want to be. They also do corporate training, which is a big part of it. They'll go to, say, Hanover Insurance and do team building, communications or whatever, and they use kind of humor with it. And that's a big part of it, and they'll use the bottom floor here for that. They're not going to do food, but they're going to rely on the first floor tenant to provide food, appetizers, and so on. They plan on doing 2 shows on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday, probably 1 on Thursday and 1 on Sunday. You should know that every college in Worcester, and there's 30,000 college students, every one of them has an improv troupe. So I think that it'll be very successful. On the first floor, we're looking for a restaurant tenant. It'll seat about 120, and there'll be about another 60 at the bar. Later on, if you'd like to tour the building, we'd be happy to show you. And then on the third floor, the city manager doesn't know it yet, but we're going to take the little theater sign, which is on the back of the auditorium and is rusting down there, Worcester Memorial Auditorium. We're also working with Troy and the board to see if we could do some co-promoting with the Hanover people, smaller productions and so on. You think about the Rat Pack, you think about a Patsy Cline show. It'll seat about 400, it'd be perfect. So that's the plan.
As you can see, I'm number 5 on the agenda, so you know what this is all about. We have an investment proposal for you folks tonight, and I'd like to show you the first slide. As Ed pointed out, we've got a building with 21,900 square feet. The lower level is committed to the Improv Asylum, that's 7,300 square feet. The street level, we hope to get a full-service restaurant in as a tenant. And you heard Ed's vision for the upper level, which is going to be devoted to mixed-use entertainment.